Hi, I'm Graham Fink. I'm a multimedia artist, and this is my latest show, Spirits in the Material World.
I'm Virginia Damtsa. I'm an art dealer, curator, artist agent. I used to run a gallery right for America in London for 15 years. It was based in Soho. And now I'm doing rotating shows in galleries, venues, and art fairs. I mean, I'm always intrigued because, whenever I talk to you, first you always come up with innovative new ideas, but also kind of new media. Like, you're always interested in exploring new media. I mean, we were talking before about your new NFT, and also something that you also working with the robot. Could you just, what's behind all the ideas? How do they all come to you?
For me, the idea is kind of the starting point, and then you sort of build on from there. And then, of course, what I find is each project that I do, or each series of work in different media, it always tends to spark off ideas for other things. So yeah, I'm constantly looking for stuff and constantly thinking of new media. I'm a multimedia artist because I don't want to be constrained by one particular medium.
Also, I mean, the show that we had, Drawing with Your Eyes, I mean, we had amazing press, and I mean, it's very catching also. Like, how do you actually draw with your eyes? I mean, that was, tell us more about this.
So that really came from sitting in my art school lessons, trying to draw a model, and the teacher coming up and saying they're not really looking. And of course, drawing is all about really looking and observation. So I'm trying to think, how can I get to the most purest form of drawing? Can I draw with my eyes? So instead of holding a brush in my fingertips, could I hold my eyeball in my eye? Could I take my eyeball now and draw it? So that's where it started. And then I created some software to allow me to just do these drawings with my eyes. So I have like a clear frame with an eye tracker underneath. And it's got a camera lens in it and two infrared lights that shine in my eye that can detect where I'm looking. So I look directly at people.
And also, I mean, this observation about people, because this show that we hear today is called Spirits in the Material World.
I mean, it's starting from an idea. I was watching an interview, I think with David Bailey, and the interviewer was talking about that expression that the camera captures the soul, right? And I thought it's interesting. Why should a camera capture the soul? Surely the camera should free the soul, free the spirit. And I thought that's an interesting way to sort of flip it and try to do the opposite. So I kind of worked with these, some were actors, some were dancers, some were people who just wanted to work with me, and I would talk to them about themselves and what's going on inside. Because sometimes what's going on in the inside is different to what we're reflecting on the outside, and how can I sort of free that emotion? So I started working with them, and often some very long exposures, and some of them are up to like 4 to 5 minutes long, where I'm actually getting them to move and choreographing them to let this kind of spirit come out.
And also, Spirits in the Material World, it comes from a song or a poem.
The Spirits, yeah, interestingly, Spirits from the Material World is a police song, but actually, doing the research for the title, I was looking at this, and Sting was apparently very influenced by this Hungarian writer, journalist, philosopher, Arthur Koestler, I think that's it. And he actually wrote a book called Ghost in the Machine, The Ghost in the Machine, which of course was then where Sting got the album reference from. And Sting became very interested in his work, which is all about the human condition. So that was interesting, and it sort of proves that these ideas, they're all out there, and it's just about catching them. Do you know what I mean? Because they're always transforming. Someone says something, someone picks up on it.
Yeah,
and it's a bit like this series here. I start with this idea, and then it forms. It turns into something else. It turns into something else. And it may end up in a completely different direction to where I originally thought it was going to go. But you've just got to go with that flow and see where it leads.
And then also now you're working with a computer, right?
I'm working with a robot, Sofia.
Robot, yeah.
Yeah. And Sofia is very interesting. She was created by a guy called David Hanson, he used to be a sculptor for Disney, and he set up Hanson Robotics. So Sofia is his creation, and she's a very, very, very smart lady. And,
controlled by the computer, I guess, right?
yeah, so she's AI. She's linked to the internet, so you can have conversations with her, and she'll know all about you. I've met her a number of times. We've done some interviews together.
I mean, your CV is pretty impressive, and I thought, well, he's got so many awards. I couldn't even remember them myself. I probably need your robot and remind me of all these awards. But so, I mean, tell us some of the awards you feel really proud of. I mean, you had a BAFTA award.
You know, the BAFTAs were interesting, but there was one that I did. I was shortlisted for a BAFTA for a film I did. Awards just really come because of the work. So you know, I just do the work, and if awards come, they come. If they don't come, they don't come.
Graham, thanks for being here. I mean, that's our 10th, I think, exhibition together.
We've done 10. Wow.
10 in Soho, Marylebone. Where else did we do it? Here in Notting Hill now.
Yeah.
I think we've done most of London. Maybe East End. Did we do East End? Did we cover the East End? So I think 10th, you know, I would say it's a good number, and I hope we do another 10.
Lucky.